step, we're going to hit it under dribble, and that puts us in a staggered stance. So if we pause this moment in time, I turn pound partial and I under dribble, now I need to be able to make a decision. So if I feel like I have a read, but my defender is still somewhat in front of me, I don't necessarily want to just step forward. I'm encroaching the space too much. So that's when we really need to have understanding as a basketball player how to keep and maintain all the space that I currently have. Now from that position, that would be a great time to do what we call a foot switch. A foot switch is going from one staggered stance into another staggered stance, or I should say one drop into a split into a drop. So if I went under that leg and I want to completely switch into my drop now, I want to make sure that I'm still finding myself on the mat. And this is where a lot of players will either go too far forward, where they're leaving the mat on the front side, or they get too skinny and bring the foot back. Now their weight's going back behind them and they're too long, they lose a lot of the power from their hip. So your ability to be able to go under that leg, foot switch, and stay right in the same place is powerful. Now what I like about this right now is I'm going to be using all colors. I'm going to go right leg to the gray, and my right leg's going to go back to the blue. My left leg's going from gold to red. I'm experiencing all of it. And so I can use my eyes to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable to the space, and then I can explode off of it for drives, shots, whatever you desire out of that. I'm just going to go onto a speed stop as if I'm going to do a pull-up. And so right now I want to do a turn pound partial, under, foot switch, and then explode right out of that. Now during my foot switch, when I'm landing in my drop, is when I want that ball to get to my pocket. Really load it back, so when my feet hit the floor, I'm ready to explode in unison. So I set up on my dots, focus on my feet, make sure I have my partial, foot switch, and be able to attack out of that. Now I want to be able to do that both ways. So if I'm going left now, my turn pound with my partial step are hitting the red. I'm going under that leg. I got to make a complete switch. I'm going from blue to gray and from red to gold. Ball goes to my pocket, and I can explode out of that right into my same speed stop. So I have my turn pound under, foot switch, and then my drive. Now when you look back at this, maybe you have someone record you, maybe you're looking at your feet, but you want to make sure that you're actually hitting those colors and that you're holding yourself accountable to that space, so you know the quality of your feet, the quality of your footwork with this type of combination. So that's your turn pound with your partial step, under dribble, right into your foot switch, and then you explode into a speed stop. Over time, you'll start learning those